Hey, hey, hey. Woo. Oh my God, y'all. Oh, fast, fast, fast. Fast, fast, fast. So, you know, I've been a little busy today. They was, first day back. Few meetings. Some changes. So I was hit with a couple of killings. Some of that AOB. What's that MTB? Y'all big. And I got the notices of Crump and Gershon. But baby, I can't even snap. I can't even pop. Because I'm looking at the news and they talking about the police supervisor in the Tyre Nichols case resigned a day before the hearing to fire his ass. And I'm trying real hard not to get worked up again, It took me a minute to get off of what I was on when it came down to them 5 police officers, them crooked cops and the crooked chief, the Red Dog and the Scorpion unit, and then that supervisor with the same last name as Justin Smith, Cornelius Smith, Darius Smith, and the lieutenant Dewayne Smith. That I was just talking about how Tyre Nichols' family gonna pay for his retirement, and this man could be rehired just like Caroline Mason. I just talked about it. And then now they talking about him on the news. See, I tried to tell y'all that when folks was trying to put hexes on me and was trying to shut me up about talking about the Memphis police and these, reliable sources and stuff, because they know these people are crooked. And they was trying to shut AunTea up because they knew I was on point. Okay? And I'm going to tell you now, y'all Memphians who sat back and watched this girl try to sick her folk on me, knowing good and damn well but I promise, I'm really trying not to get irritated. But I need for y'all to see the big picture and see who really working for who and who best interest they really have. And it ain't y'all's. I'm going to tell you that now. She part of the mob. And it's funny because I was going through my old voice messages. And one of them happened to be, "Hey, me." And if I wasn't trying to be better and not be trifling, I would play it on the recording and let y'all hear it, so y'all would know I ain't lying. Folks be trying to say people try to destroy their credibility. Now, boo, you just start your own protecting crooked cops and using them as reliable sources. That shit ain't cool with me, but let's listen. They got it as breaking news an hour ago.
Obtained by WREG, showing a former Memphis police lieutenant who was the on-scene supervisor during the traffic stop that's tied to the Tyre Nichols death. retired this month after an
how he responded that night that Tyree Nichols was pulled
I
over.
tried to warn y'all. I've been on point.
How his actions are all detailed in Memphis Police internal affairs documents handed over to the state. And here's what they said. Smith got to the scene. He was made aware that Nichols had been pepper sprayed and tased.
They thought it was Marcus, y'all.
Injuries to Nichols' face, but didn't ask questions like why there was blood.
Why? Woo, y'all, I'm trying. I'm really gonna try. I'm gonna try not to get wrapped. But listen, why would this man why? Why would he not ask questions? Why would he not? He was told Nichols had been tased and pepper sprayed. He did not ask about Nichols' condition and did not direct officers to remove the cuffs. Why? Why?
Lieutenant Dewayne Smith got to the scene. He was made aware that Nichols had been pepper sprayed and tased. Well, he admitted he saw injuries to Nichols' face, but didn't ask questions like why there was blood. Nichols said he couldn't breathe as he slumped over in handcuffs. Smith reportedly heard him say that, but didn't get any officers to remove the handcuffs so Nichols could get medical care.
Why?
Now, Nichols apparently told Smith he didn't take anything to be acting that way, and Smith still left the scene before the ambulance arrived. He went to Nichols' home
The cover up.
and told his family that Nichols was in custody for a DUI. Internal Affairs
lied.
A method of deception, stating Smith didn't have arrest documentation to support that claim. And one more thing, we learned Smith wasn't wearing a body camera that night at all. The department let him know his administrative charges in late February. His hearing was scheduled for March 2nd, but resigned the day before, avoiding a 60-day suspension and termination. MPD requested the state decertify Smith as an officer. Now,
y'all, how long ago did I bring this up? How long ago did I give his name? How long ago did they know that he should have been terminated with them 5 other officers? Justin Smith said that he called the lieutenant, uncle, daddy, cousin, part of the mob, in-house mob, waited for him to get there. I told y'all he turned his back and said, that ain't him, y'all. And then he's standing there trying to figure out what he was going to do. So then he goes to the Nichols, the same people who finna have to pay his pension, and lied to these people. Lied. Y'all remember they told that woman she couldn't go to the hospital because he was under arrest. It was the hospital. The doctor said, why are y'all not here? Yeah. And the chief let him retire. Before, so again, like I said, they celebrated him. Celebrated him with retirement and a pension, $1 million, they say.
His hearing was scheduled for March 2nd, but resigned the day before, avoiding a 60-day suspension and termination. MPD requested the state decertify Smith as an officer. Now, Smith had been with MPD since 1998. We learned in his first 2 years, he got a 15-day suspension for personal conduct and a written reprimand for excessive or unnecessary
reliable
force.
source.
We requested his employment files to get more details. We'll let you know what we find out. It was scheduled for March 2nd, but resigned the day before, avoiding a 60-day suspension and termination. MPD requested the state decertify Smith as an officer. Now, Smith had been with MPD since 1998. We learned in his first 2 years, he got a 15-day suspension for personal conduct and a written reprimand for excessive or unnecessary force. We requested his employment.
That's what he
to
taught.
get more details. We'll let you know what we find out. Jessica Gartler, WREG News Channel 3.
shoe drops in the Tyree Nichols investigation. You have to believe there will be more.
Yeah, definitely. Well,
him, Justin Smith, 9 times out of 10 related to the lieutenant. This messed up, y'all. Hit the like button for Auntie Fee, please. That's the video I brought a month ago. The 7th officer to be let go was supposed to be Lieutenant Smith. Here's Smith, and he may be related to Cornelius Smith and LILMIGO, Darius. This is it. I told y'all a month ago. Rest in peace, Tyree. They thought they had Marcus. This is the former Lieutenant Dewayne Maurice Smith. Look like an old mangy mutt. I'm sure he's a reliable source. Nobody cam on. Police lieutenant led Scorpion officers despite earlier struggles. Conflicting testimony lead to dismissal of federal drug case. Somebody else that they had abused and did something too. Yeah, so Reginald Monroe stands over a walking street bridge over Cypress Creek where he fell 60 feet in 2016 while fleeing the police following an illegal search of his car.
Officers despite earlier struggles. Lieutenant Dewayne Smith, conflicting testimony led to dismissal of federal drug case. A lieutenant who oversaw the 5 Memphis Police Department officers accused of killing Tyree Nichols once was suspended for a domestic disturbance and gave, quote, unreliable, unquote, testimony that caused a federal judge to dismiss the charge in a felony drug case. Inconsistent testimony by Lieutenant Dewayne Smith and a second MPD officer led to the dismissal and charges against Reginald Monroe, a former barber and father of 3 who faced years in prison following his arrest in 2016. The officers stopped Monroe for driving with tinted windows and then conducted what the judge later determined was an illegal search of his car. Quote, I was praying to God because at the end of the day, God knows my heart and knows that I was not doing anything malicious with malicious intent, unquote. Monroe, 48, told the Institute and Public Service Reporting on Monday, quote, I was going to go get my son and I wasn't bothering anybody, unquote, said Monroe, who contends police found a relative's illegal contraband in his trunk after searching his car without consent. U.S. District Court Judge Samuel Hardy Mays dismissed the 4-count indictment accusing Monroe of drug and firearms violations.
And she kept him on the floor,
concluding that Smith and Officer Josh Myers, then both detectives with MPD's organized crime unit, had violated Monroe's 4th Amendment right against unlawful search and seizure. This article, you're going to find out too, I'm going to put the link down below so you can read it, but you're going to find out also that they thought his windows were illegally tinted, and then when they went back and looked at them after everything was done, it turned out that his windows were legally tinted.
Wow.
That made August 25th, 2017, suppression hearing shows when asked by Assistant Federal Public Defender Tyrone Paler if he had, quote, received a 15-day suspension for an incident investigated by Internal Affairs involving a domestic violence situation, unquote,
talking about Tyree.
Smith responded,
talking about
yes, sir,
Dewayne.
unquote. And when Paylor asked if Smith had also, quote, received a sanction from the Internal Affairs for unnecessary use of force against the citizen, unquote, Smith responded, quote, yes, sir, unquote. Records detailing those disciplinary actions were unavailable as of Tuesday. Asked about his testimony and domestic violence incident, Smith declined comment.
He don't want to talk about that.
Quote, you can check with the PIO, Public Information Officer office. They'll tell you what you need. Unquote. Smith, 55, a 25-year MPD veteran, told a reporter through a smart doorbell device at his home in Whitehaven, I don't want to know, quote, I do not want to, overstep the police department, unquote.
He don't want to overstep them.
The reason he doesn't want to overstep the police department is because they let his ass retire last Friday.
Right.
And he doesn't want to fuck up his vow of silence for letting them get off the fucking hook.
Right.
This is bullshit.
Correct.
I suggest the people of Memphis, matter of fact, I'm going to give you
the mayor's number, 901 636 6000.
Raise your grievances.
Yeah, to speak up, to speak out about it.
Travesty, and for this letting off the hook of a lieutenant who they complain they have no leadership of these units. And as you can see here from 2021's pay scale, that is a lie. Clown number one is...
Incident behind me all started around 2 o'clock. I'm going to step out of the way to give you a better look at
this is the incident I was telling y'all about. I moved on. I couldn't stomach the lieutenant anymore.
Which is located not far from the
and the people who protecting him.
And Beaushire Drive.
Watch these cars.
This time is around 2 o'clock. Two sets of people in different cars were shooting at one another, and at some point there was some sort of crash. As a result, the crash ended up striking several property here in the area. Memphis police tells us that there were no reports of any injuries, and also that 2 people were detained. At this time, it's unclear if they are facing any charges, but officers have been out here for nearly 3 hours at this point in time. And as you
and thankfully,
this was another shooting early this morning.
To get back on 240 once they get off at
shooting
Mount Moriah and get back on at Mount Moriah. So
on the
it looks as though
Interstate 240.
Memphis police are investigating a lot of their concentration underneath that overpass right there where the shooting all took place. Now, we're hearing that two people went to the hospital in critical condition. We're working right now to gather more information as to how those 2 people are doing. But this shooting right here happening just in the 2 o'clock hour early this morning. I want you to stay with us all throughout.
Hey, y'all, can y'all hit the like button for Auntie Fee? I want y'all to know that I'm covering this first, but I'm going to also talk to y'all a little later on tonight about a beef that's going on with 2 or 3 different cliques. Look like Set, AOB Set, and Chopper Gang. They beef with another set. I'll talk about it a little later after I bring this one. Can y'all hit the like button for me? I'll wait. Doing a little research. I'm trying to find hold on, that may be... Y'all hit the like button for me? Said teen didn't survive a shooting in North Memphis. Now that boy mama, this was 10 hours ago. That boy mama was in North talking about the South. Y'all remember? I brought that yesterday. About that chain. I don't know if this is him or anybody pertaining to that, but I do know it's North. And this is him walking away after shooting He done put his hand on his head like he ain't nothing. And he done shot somebody and put him in critical condition. He on a gray hoodie. And some Croc style shoes. This is what I've been trying to find. These are the two ladies that robbed the man after he answered a sex ad. Remember I told you one of them looked like he could have been a guy? Yeah. Police said they responded to a robbery of an individual on the 15th and Lincoln on the Greens apartment. Sex ad. Y'all be careful out there. I'm trying to see what's going on with the head. I don't know. Okay, y'all. Fast. Y'all, it's a lot going on. I couldn't keep talking about that lieutenant. I tried to tell y'all. I tried to brace y'all for that. Y'all thought I was just being mean. No. I've been knowing y'all. And my real true tea sippers, this ain't the first time y'all done heard Lieutenant Dewayne Maurice Smith. We were a month in. You gotta stop letting people tell y'all I don't know what I'm talking about. Y'all gotta stop that. We gotta stop acting like just cause they say they for Dolph. Because again, I'ma say they thought they had Marcus. Okay. That's the bottom line. That's why they didn't help Tyree Nichols. That's the reality. And they let that man retire a day before he was supposed to be fired. Which is why he said to the reporters he didn't want to overstep. Because they let him make it so that he could let them make it. Because if he'd have got fired, then he'd have snitched, see. Come on now. Shit rolled downhill. You scratch my back. Look, this is bigger than us. Get on up out of here. Come on now. They was paid by the people who put the hit on Dolph. Remember, these are some of the same people who was letting people, picking them up, letting them go. Picking them up, letting them go. We can't forget about it. Go back and watch that video. Come on now. That's why I have zero tolerance for people who act like that dirty force is good. So I'm going to try to hold my cool, but the more come out, the more I'm going to have to remind y'all that I told y'all. They thought they had Marcus. They thought that they beat that man because they thought that they was making Dolph case go away. So anybody who act like they for Dolph but are okay with these dirty ass cops, it's a lie. Okay? Just like they have paid informants in MPD, they got them on YouTube and some of them are bloggers. Acting like they for Dolph. Acting like they for, no, not when you talking about reliable sources. And the reliable sources are these dirty ass cops. Okay, y'all, until next time. Peace.